Next one, we're going to move on to Tobey 9975432. And he asked me 5 questions as well. First one is, which superhero live-action movie did you like the best? As much as I hated the Spider-Man 3, I still say that Spider-Man 1's my favorite. Probably my favorite live-action superhero movie. I thought it was very good, very well done. I mean, there are a lot of complaints, but it's an all-around good movie. You can't really deny that. The other two I would put up there is Iron Man and the Incredible Hulk as well as The Dark Knight, and of course, and that goes without saying, and a few others. But Spider-Man is at the first Spider-Man movie is at the top. Surprising, isn't it? Second one is, do you like the show Beast Wars? Dude, I love the Beast Wars, alright? That was one of my favorite shows growing up. I mean, I watched that show, almost religiously when I was a kid, alright? Dinobot was my favorite, Maximal. My favorite Predacon was, it wasn't Scorponok, it was Waspinator. Waspinator. He was my favorite one because he was the comical relief. Megatron was cool too. But that was my favorite show. I even like Beast Machines. I thought that was pretty cool too. Your third question is there any superheroes you hate? Sentry. That goes without saying. The Sentry, that goes without saying. And, that's more or less the general one. There's a few others, but that's the number one. Do you have any Avengers teams that you would like to see? Oh, do you have an Avengers team that you would like to see? I'm guessing you mean, what kind of type of Avengers team? Like a Secret Avengers or a New Avengers team? There was talk for a while at Marvel that there was going to be a 4th Avengers team, not counting Young Avengers. I guess it would be the 5th Avengers team, and it was going to be with all the galactic superheroes, like Gladiator, Quasar, Beta Ray Bill, Silver Surfer. That one, but I don't know if they dropped it or not, but that's what I would have. All the galactic superheroes, the cosmic superheroes, all as an Avengers team, like the first line of defense against, enemies like Thanos and Galactus, those kind of villains. Like they're the front lines of cosmic enemies. So your 5th question is, who is your favorite villains from comics, video games, books, or movies? Well, I got this question asked a little earlier, but comics, Marvel, it's Ultron. Video games, it's there's a lot of villains I like. I don't have a number one favorite villain of all time. It's always in different genres, But thank you for the questions, Tobey. We're going to move on now to Serpentine451. And Serpentine asked me 5 questions. His first one is, what is your favorite episode of Deadliest Warrior? Ooh, there is a bunch, Serpentine. I like the fight between William Wallace and Shaka Zulu. There were a few others, like the Shaolin Monk and Maori Warrior. Thought that was pretty cool too. The first fight between the Comanche and the Gladiator, or I think it was Comanche, the Gladiator and Comanche fight, the first episode was pretty fun, but I think if I was going to go with all-time favorite, I'd have to say the Viking and the Samurai fight. That's probably my favorite fight of them all. That was actually the first, I missed the first episode, but then I watched, it was the second episode, and that's probably my favorite. The battle between the Viking and the Samurai. The other ones, another one I'd have to say is, high up there is the Spartan and Ninja fight, because it's just, so misplaced, and it's just, it's a cool fight. Uh, your second question is, do you watch Spartacus Gods the Arena? No, because, well, I can simply say that no, because I don't get stars. That's what I meant to say, stars. I don't get that channel, so I would watch. I might like it. People say really good things about it, so I might get it on DVD. Who knows? Your third question is, what movie do you think will do better, Green Lantern or Captain America? I don't know. I don't know, because they both look pretty good in my opinion. They both look really good. However, I'd like to see another trailer from Captain America before I make another judgment like that. So, no comment on that. Your fourth question is, what do you love about your fans? Well, I don't call them my fans. I call them friends, or friends and subscribers. I don't really think of them like fans because I'm not doing this for money or something. They're all friends. They're all, I got. What I like about them is that that they're all very diverse. I don't have it's just comic book viewers. It's not just anime. It's everyone, role play. Who else? I got all types. Cartoon, anime, you name it, I got it on as a friend. It's diverse. That's the thing, is that I'm open to all other kinds of stuff, and I've got friends who are all into different stuff, the same as me. So yeah. Your fifth question is, who would win, Jason Todd or Moon Knight? That's a good fight. I don't know. I mean, they're both really heavily trained. It's too close for me to call, that is your last question. So thank you for the question, Serpentine, and we're going to move on to Tanaka Khan, 1985. He asked me 10 questions. And his first question is, Martian Manhunter versus the Ghost, the Iron Man villain. Who would win? That's actually a really good fight. If it's all the same to you, I'd like to actually put that as one of my fights in one of my debate fights. Is if that's okay with you, I'd like to put it in Section 5, because Section 4 is already done. If that's all the same to you, because I really thought that when I saw that question, I was like, that's a really good fight. Next question is Vampire Hunter D versus Shishomaru. That's another really good fight. I might take that into that's way too close to call, but I'd like to take that into consideration of putting that in another section of my debate fights. Dr. Fate versus Doctor Strange. I would have said the same thing, but that's, people always think of Dr. Fate versus Doctor Strange, so that's too close to call anyway, so I don't know. Your fourth question is your refusal to go see X-Men First Class still strong? Yes, it is. Nothing has changed my mind. That's all I got to say about that. Your fifth question is your thoughts on Scream 4 coming out later this year. Well, I was never a fan of Scream. I've only watched the first movie. I didn't really watch the rest of the second movie. I didn't even bother with the third movie, so yeah, I don't really care. I'm one of those few people who don't really care much for Scream. I don't know, it just didn't really appeal to me, so I couldn't care less. Sorry. Your seventh question. Are you as sick as I am about hearing Charlie Sheen in the news? Well, yes, but as much as he is really out there, and I think he really needs help. Somewhat. My mom and I, my mom and I talked about this, and so did my dad. We ended up talking about Charlie Sheen, and my dad, all three of us agreed that this dude really needs help. He's really out. He's very close to really doing something. He's about to lose it mentally. Man, I mean, it's funny at first, but now it's just sad, I mean, he's just destroying himself. He's just destroying himself in front of the public, and the paparazzi's just tearing him apart. I mean, yeah, it's not like I'm pitying him, but he does need help. But yeah. Your 8th question is, have you watched True Blood on HBO? If so, what do you think about it? I've watched some episodes, and they're pretty good, you know? I think they're very well done. I think it's a very interesting spin on the vampire stuff. It's not like Twilight stuff, but I do like it. I do enjoy the shows, the little I've watched it, but yeah. Your 9th question is, you notice I forgot to type question 6, right? Yes, I did notice. Pretty sneaky. And your final question is, you got anything you want to ask me? Yes, I do. I do, Tanaka-kan. Why haven't we done a video together yet? I'd really like to work with you, do a video, with you, you know, do a team-up video, with you. So I hope you're watching this, and, I'd really like to work with you on a video. That's what I've always wanted to ask you, is that, you know, you and I have the same music and interest in music, comics, anime, you know, stuff like that. So I'd really like to work with you on a video in the future. That's what I wanted to ask you. So, thank you for those questions. And well, I think we're gonna save up the next few questions for the next video. So stay tuned.